Hello everybody, in today's video we are at the Hanazono Shrine Aozora Antique Market in Shinjuku, which is usually held every Sunday from around 6:30 a.m. to around 3 p.m. As always, it's subject to change depending on things like the weather. Looks like Chairman Mao on the right. There's a woodblock print by Munakata Shiko in the center, and that's a traditional smoking pipe, kiseru. Some calligraphy brushes, and nambuteki cast iron kettles or tetsubin. On the next table down, there are some kutani-ware teacups. I like the sake decanters in that row. And then onto the next section, there's guinomi or sake cup sets. The ones in the vertical boxes have various types of minoware. And here's some more kutani. Inserting a yen to US dollar exchange rate chart as at around the time this video is being published for your reference to convert into your own currency. Welcome back everybody, hope you're all doing well, and if you're new to the channel, a warm welcome too. I'm Michelle, I'm half Japanese and from Tokyo, and I make come thrifting or antiquing with me content as and when I can. So thank you for joining us and hope everyone enjoys this market today. Lots of kokeshi here, both the sosaku creative type as well as the dento traditional type. Kokeshi prices seem quite similar to the Oedo antique market, though it depends on the booth at Oedo. Hanazono Shrine is a much smaller market with around 40 stalls. The Hanya mask wall hanging is really cool. Those used to scare me when I was a kid. There's the shrine up the steps. That's a gotenmari ball, which looks a bit like a temari ball from Matsumoto in Nagano, but this type, with the additional decorative silk thread hanging, are historically made in Yamagata and Akita prefectures. This is a lovely oribe-ware green glaze. I haven't seen an oribe-ware lidded bowl that looks like this before. 2,400 yen. Then again, there's not much space between the lid and the bowl, so I wonder how that works. This bike is cool. It's not Japanese, and it's the same with the lion, although I see them fairly often while out thrifting. This, however, is Japanese. It's silk brocade. It's super detailed. This particular technique is from Kyoto and called Nishijin Ori or Nishijin textile. It's a mix of books and some tools further down the table. It looks like measuring tools and some Buddhist ceremonial candlesticks. Most of you who have joined me before will recognize the wooden confectionery molds or the kashikigata. Some graters here for wasabi or ginger. I was drawn to the shape of the scissors. That's why I'm lingering here for a bit. These are traditionally made Japanese candles, and there's a horseshoe that fits the front hoof. I think the back hooves are usually rounder in shape. I love the display of these mini tin cases. They're for needles. What a nice collection. I guess they're all from different countries. These are scales, handheld scales, and you can see the little weight in the cases. Japanese military sake cups. And that lighter looks very swish. And what have we got here? Some newer items, maybe good for souvenirs. Signs and tin trays. I didn't notice while filming, but there's a pretty cool dragon up there on the top shelf. The view from the shrine steps. Had some scaffolding up on this day. So for a shrine, it's 2 bows, 2 claps, say a prayer, then 1 bow. There are exceptions, actually, but that's the usual. And no clapping at temples, though. So don't worry, though, if you get it wrong, because locals get it wrong all the time. We're not really a religious bunch. We're just more traditionalists. So, for example, we'll visit shrines at New Year, as that's tradition. It looks like this booth has pieces from other Asian countries. Buttons made of water buffalo horn, so maybe Southeast Asia, I would think. I guess rather than antiques, this is more like a flea market section because the items do look new. I wonder what those balls are for. Probably decorative. Yeah, the spoons are definitely new. Some medals and old money. But look at this cool bronze sword for 20,000 yen. Not quite sure that's Japanese. Maybe it's a Chinese antique. And look at that weapon. Sorry, my hair was down this day and blowing about. I'm pretty sure this is also a Chinese artifact. The brooches look like they're Showa period, and to the right are kushi or combs and kogai. Both are hair accessories. I like this section where everything is on the floor. It makes it really easy to see items. There's some more iron kettles, tetsubin, usually Nambuteki ironware from Iwate Prefecture. More of those kogai that you put in your hair. These are really well priced. I should have checked the silver kanzashi to see whether the pink embellishments were coral. We don't really wear these anymore, so I'm trying to think of alternative uses. There's a 3-point shuriken, which were throwing weapons used by the samurai, or it's associated with ninjas. And look at the hilt, or tsuka. It's wrapped in either shark skin or more likely ray skin. These little decorated pieces are called menuki, and the owner can personalize their sword. That hair ornament has an ear scratcher on the end. And these are inro, little portable cases to carry medicine or tobacco or other small items. It's a nice looking dharma, strong eyebrows. These are Tibetan prayer bells, and the handle's in the shape of a half vajra or kongosho. That matcha tea bowl is gorgeous. I love the caramel color and drip glaze. The gray one is Mishima style with the floral imprints. No idea what this is on the left. I'm guessing it's iron, and the one on the right is the shape of a lute, either copper or bronze, but I could be wrong. The lucky gods, Ebisu and Daikoku, are both standing on Daikoku-ten's rice bales. Both essentially are associated with prosperity in business, having a good harvest, making a good catch. A wooden indo, showing it for size against my hand. An otafuku mask sandwiched by some non-Japanese masks. Some more of those kiseru pipes. This crane-shaped iron tray was the only piece I contemplated picking up, but it was filming only day for me and not shopping, so I left it. So these iron monkeys, they're used for hanging cast iron vases, usually crescent moon shaped, like this one here. Here's another mokugyo or fish drum, which Buddhist monks use to keep rhythm while chanting sutras. Not a bad price at all. These things are expensive. This must be the drumstick. A large oshie, the three-dimensional pictures made of fabric. These are suzuri, which are grinding stones to make sumi ink for calligraphy. A cute little mouse for the year of the rat. It's metal and heavy, so you could maybe use it as a paperweight and not just an ornament. The plate with a hand-painted dragon is gorgeous. By the way, I launched an online shop back in January for international orders, and I wanted to say a huge thank you to everyone who's made a purchase so far. Thank you for trusting me with not just the items, but the packaging and the shipping and everything else. I really appreciate also all the kind messages you've sent to me. I am super grateful to you all. Thank you. Should have some more items up on there later this week and again some more next week. So thank you very much again for your support. A nice Kyoto ware matcha bowl. And this hangi or woodblock printing block looks well used, doesn't it? There's a reclining daruma wrapped beautifully in celadon glaze. I love this matcha bowl too. Again, a caramel or honey color even. That glaze is so smooth. Oh, it's in the shape of old money, but large and made of wood, so maybe it's supposed to be hung as a store sign. That's a nikkobori tray, carved lacquerware from Nikko. And on the right is an antique mirror, I believe made of bronze. That's 5,700 yen. Not bad, as it still even has its original lacquered case. Oh, look at that. I go straight for it and I miss it. Anyway, this is a door handle or a door pull for fusuma, the traditional sliding doors. Here's a smaller one. Looks pretty old. A little bit of a mix of things going on here. Maybe small children will like some of the fluffy pieces. Some Lisa Larson cats. The picture is Swedish. There's a Catherine Home saucepan. And the Snoopy mugs, I think, are Fire King, but the jadeite is actually from Japan. It wasn't that busy on this day, which was really relaxing. You can find some artwork and prints and some old maps too. The ones on the right are from Taisho to Showa 20s, so that's 1912 to mid-1950s. And this vendor had loads of ceramics and pottery. I wondered how long it takes for him to pack everything up. These ones here are from Hokkaido, our northernmost island. It says from about 50 years ago, so the 1970s. These teacups are also from Hokkaido and called kobushi ware and from 50 years ago. And these dishes are from the Showa period. That's a long period though, from 1926 to 1989. So I think maybe the latter part. These look like ontayaki, ontaware from Oita Prefecture. I love them. At this point, I recognize this vendor also has a stall at Yamamoto Antique Market, so I decided to have a little chat with him. He's explaining to me here that this poster is from Mitsukoshi, Japan's oldest department store, and is showing a copy of the Mitsukoshi Times, which would have been a catalog for regular clients. And this is a scene of a mother and daughter who will have gone through the catalog together, then visited the department store to make their purchase. Then there's this one, which is a little bit racy. It's advertising for Ebisu beer. We're discussing here how it was quite normal to see scantily clad women for promotional material. Maybe the same in the West, right? We're also talking about nudity on TV programs and how it was quite normal in the 80s and early 90s still. Only nudity in women though, so thankfully a lot has changed in our society. But back to the poster, I'm asking him why it says Sapporo beer and Asahi beer down on the left-hand side. So he's got me looking at this other poster. This one's for Sapporo beer. The writing is backwards from right to left, which means this is pre-World War II or before the occupation. And it says Ebisu, Sapporo, Asahi, Union Beer, and then the name Dai Nippon Bakushu, which was a beer company. And at the time, all of these brands were under the one company. Incidentally, I think these posters are around 100,000 yen, Juma yen, or they start around that price. These are also what pre-war bottles of beer look like, Kirin and then Sakura beer. Moving on to the Horo Kanban, the enamel signs. This is the curry brand Bon Kare or Bon Curry from Otsuka Food Company. They started with the clear plastic pouches, but soon changed to the aluminum or aluminium pouches that we know today. They've been certified by Guinness World Records as the world's longest-selling retort pouch curry brand. Can you tell what's different about this Coca-Cola sign? It used to be drink, but then it changed to enjoy Coca-Cola. So this is the first signage that they had. Apparently also the quality of Japanese enamel signage is supposed to be better than other countries. I don't know, but he certainly has plenty of them and has a lot of knowledge to share. After this, his friend turned up on his way to the local sento, the public baths, and somehow I got roped into the conversation and I was hanging out with them for like over an hour. So that was a fun-filled afternoon. Hope you enjoyed the Hanazono Shrine Market today. Thanks for joining me and hope to see you again soon. Bye!